Hi everyone, welcome back to this episode of the Vise Squad. My name is Tiff. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at South Dakota Fly Girl. Today on this Vise Squad episode, I'm going to show you all how to tie a very super but very effective pattern. The technical name for it is the Eggstacy Egg. So back in the day, I used to tie tons of eggs with a product called McFly foam. I'll show you guys some. I'm sure most of you tiers have used this, seen it. Beautiful product. People make some amazingly beautiful eggs out of it. For me, it just took me too much time. I guess maybe I'm a perfectionist and I wanted each egg to look perfectly round, perfectly the same, and I just couldn't get it down. So that's the product that I used for many years. And then back in December, Santa brought me some new tying material, and it was a product called Eggstacy by Flybox, and I'm pretty sure it's Flybox UK. I think they're out of Great Britain, and I've fallen in love with the product, and the fish love it. So it's definitely not a purist fly. If you're a purist fly fisherman, I apologize in advance. You probably are going to want to turn off this video. But if you want to know about this product, I know, I had not heard of it or seen it until about a month before Christmas, and I asked Santa for it. So yeah, I'll show you the product, and I'll show you some different colors. This egg that's in the vise already is the cheese colored product, and I did dip it in water so you guys could kind of see what it looks like wet. Obviously, it does get a lot more fluffy when it's actually in a body of water floating around. So another thing that I've kind of started utilizing is I use barbless jig style hooks for these eggs with a tungsten bead. In the past, I used to just tie eggs and then use split shot, and I've just found that it's more effective to just tie it with a jig head tungsten, and you don't need that extra weight, and so it does flip and floats like this, which is super effective, because if you think about how an egg floats around in a river or creek, it kind of bounces along the bottom, and so that's what this pattern does. I also use this pattern a lot in still water under an indicator, and that's a big reason why I do like to use a barbless hook, because a lot of my still water fish, they like to just like swim around and then they suck it in, and I do want to put my fish back alive, happy, and hopefully not a hook stuck in their mouth. So before we get started with this egg, I do want to give a shout out to Anadromous, and hopefully I pronounced that right, 10th time is a charm, fly company. You can find them on Instagram. They are making and coming up with, it seems like daily, some really awesome products for fly tying, even for out on the water. I will be doing a full video tomorrow of some of the products they've sent me. So please look for that. And we are going to be doing a giveaway on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. So it'll be 3 separate giveaways. So it's not just one giveaway going all across the networks. So you'll have, up to 3 chances to win some really, really cool stuff. So yeah, I thank them very much, and I look forward to doing that review tomorrow for them, and I hope you guys will watch it. So we will go ahead and get this started. It really doesn't take very long, guys, so this is going to be a relatively short video. So you can tie these however big you want them or small you want them, obviously depending on where you're fishing, and the species of fish that you're fishing for. Their egg sizes are going to be different. A 12-inch trout or a brook trout is going to have a smaller egg than, say, a salmon in Alaska. So you tie them as big or as small as you want, up to 10, 12, 14, 16s. I mean, if you got really ambitious, you could do an 18. So this particular hook that I have is, again, a jig style hook with a tungsten jig bead on it. You can do them in a multitude of colors. It really just depends what you want to do. So essentially think of your bead as kind of being like a hot spot. You can use brightly colored threads if you'd like, because you will see that a little bit at the front. Or you can just do, more of a muted color and let the actual egg colors stick out. So I'm using just kind of a more of a drab looking I don't know, it's like a green color, because I don't particularly like the bead to stick out. So yeah. And I think we'll go ahead and tie this one in the salmon row. And this is what the product looks like. So if you're tying 12 of these, you can cut off a big strip, but this is what it comes looking like. Kind of looks like something out of your craft store. So let me see if I can pull this back for you guys. So it actually is on like a line, like a thread that they thread it on, and then it kind of sticks up. So when we're tying this, we're gonna want this line running around the hook. As far as thread, guys, you do not have to get super fancy with the thread because nobody's seeing it. I'm going to go ahead and get this rigged up again. I love these bullet bobbins by Anadromous here. They're so easy to use and get loaded. I just suck on the front here. I know that sounds bad. Just run it through. And there we go. So you can use, like I said, some oranges or, you know, and you don't have to use a really thick thread like I normally have to do with the McFoam, because you have to crank down on that McFoam to get it to kind of splay out, and you don't have to do that with this stuff. So, okay. So I'm just using, I think it's like 70 in black. So we'll get this started here. And do make a couple wraps at the front just to kind of keep your bead there. You aren't going to see any of this, so no stresses there. I just run the thread back to about the point of the hook. Cut that off. You do not need to worry about cleaning this end up. Honestly, you're never going to see it, so I just set that end down there, crank down, and run it forward. Okay, so remember, guys, you've got, some people will wet their fingers. I don't really feel it's needed for this fly, but pull that material back as you're running it. And you want to take touching wraps, because you got to remember that this material is going to fluff up in the water and make it look like an egg pattern. Because when you initially tie it, you're like, that looks like a scruffy dog. And I like this more on the bulky side again. So I will pull it back and see how much room I have at the front, and I will just keep wrapping until I've literally crowded the front of this. So we'll do one more wrap. Okay. And go forward a few times. This is where I do cut off my material. Oh, I love those scissors. Then I will pull everything back. Careful of your fingers of your hook. And this is where you could, like I said, you could make a hot spot. I'm not worried about it, because your material, doesn't it just look like a scruffy dog right now? We'll take our whip finisher. Give it a few wraps. Right down. And you can take some head cement and put it on there. I personally haven't had any problems with the flies coming apart. And when you got this type of material, I don't really like to cement it down. So honestly, that's it. So I will wet this one so you guys can see what it looks like wet. Dip it in my water over here. All right. And obviously it's gonna look way better when somebody's not just like, you know, dipping it in the water. Kind of pull your fibers back so you can see what it will look like cruising down the river. And it's gonna fluff quite a bit because it's sitting in a body of water. So, so yeah. Sweet. Okay guys, so again, super simple, stupid almost pattern, but they're so effective. I have probably 6 of each different colors in my box. A lot of my springtime trout are actually caught on these type of patterns stillwater. So definitely give them a try. Yeah, so please again do look for my next video. Hopefully it'll be on Monday, going over some of these products that I do use and my thoughts on them. So I want to thank you all very, very much for stopping by and watching today's fly tying segment with me. I hope you enjoy spending a little time with me each week. I know I can ramble on, so yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts and ideas. So please drop them in the comment section below. Good, bad, and different. I'm always here to learn new things. And if there's something you think I should be doing or shouldn't be doing, by all means, let me know. Please do though like this video. And if you don't already subscribe, please do. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. And don't forget to smash the reminder bell so you're one of the first to know when new content drops. If you're in the market for some gear, make sure to head on over to fishingandoutdoors.ca for my Canadian friends and fishingandoutdoors.net for my fellow US friends. I'll be back to hang out with you guys and gals every Sunday with a new tying segment. But in the meantime, you can always check out my other fly tyers. They are always tying up some great fly patterns. I'll see y'all next week. Tight lines, my friends.